Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. Sorry we haven't had many orchid videos, but other things have just come along. That's how it is sometimes. Well, you've had all day to fly across here. You choose right now when I turn the camera on. So it's a nice day, so some of the flying lessons are up and running this afternoon. So people going round and round in circles. White as a sheet, you know. I've done all that a long time ago, but done all that. Right, so why? Well, first of all, we do have some new blooms, which I'll show you in a minute, and we've got a nearly new bloom, not quite, but good enough to at least film. And yesterday I repotted my big DeShojo maple, and it took me all morning in several stages with breaks. It was incredibly hard work, and when I'd finished, I'd had it. It took it right out of me. This medication I'm on doesn't allow me to do long periods of exertion in any shape or form. So I was done in. Literally, I sat in my comfy chair and went to sleep in front of the TV. It's easy to do that because you just find a boring film and leave it on. Instead of flicking channels to find something nice to watch, just leave the boring film on. Sound asleep in 5 minutes. So that was yesterday gone. Today, as a consequence of no orchid stuff yesterday, I had to water virtually everything in this room. I did my cooler, shadier plants, which are normally on a separate run. My Phalaenopsis were done not yesterday, the day before, so that's what did that. I've watered all my potted plants. I've watered my mounted orchids. And what's left to do, which I will do tomorrow, are the cymbidiums and change the water in the Deesa trays. Now tomorrow I've got to go and pick Hannah up for our nice weekend, which is late afternoon. I'm picking her up around 4, so I need to leave here not long after 2 o'clock. So I've got the morning to get the rest of my watering done, which will be a leisurely task. Although the number of cymbidiums, every time I look round, there's more. I think we'll have to put a stop to that. I think enough's enough. I'm running out of places to put them, that's the problem. So if I had more places to put them, I won't say more room, I've got room, look. There's all of that with nothing in it. So I have got room, it's just places. Suitable places that I can get to other plants, if you see what I mean. This staging is in the way. I can't get to all those plants on those back shelves. So I just wheel it round here. Then I can get in the gap and get at my plants and put it back when I've finished. And the frequency of that is when the pots are getting watered. So, which at the moment is, well, it went too long last time. I left it 10 days. It should have been 8. And that will be getting less and less as time goes on. But then this will go outside, you know. It's, what is it now? Coming to the end of March. So end of April, middle of May. So 5 or 6 weeks and that'll be gone. And think how much space that's going to leave. And the chances are the 2 tables with the Deesas on are going to go outside as well. So we can shuffle around the shelves. I'm thinking of these things all the time. Anyway, out of the 2 Pleonies, one of them's lost its flower, which is a shame. I would have liked Hannah to see that. This one's still hanging in there. Hopefully it will last till Hannah comes down. We've lost the cristata blooms. Those have gone. These will be. This is cristata thing. I'm so tired I can't think straight. Is it Albert or? No, it's the Lemoniana. These are fading now, they're drooping, so those are going to drop soon. These are still hanging in there. These still look okay. What else going on? Oh, I brought this to the front because what I hadn't realised is how advanced the buds were. Now this is my Dendrobium nobile type and it's prima donna. So all of these buds are going to be lovely yellow blooms with pink tinges, and it looks like the pink tinges are going to be quite prominent this time round. They vary. Some of the flowers open with no pink on them at all, and others have got quite distinct strong pink tinges on the petals and sepal tips. So I brought that to the front of the staging so that we can see that as soon as they open. Then they're not close to opening yet, it'll be a while, they're quite large flowers. So that's coming soon. Other stuff, there's nothing going on over here. What is looking good is that Dendrobium infundibulum. That's the most blooms I've ever had on that plant, and they are looking incredibly good. They're gorgeous blooms. They last up and around 3 months. Pure pristine white with a lovely gold centre, so I really do like that a lot. Now this is funny, this is, because I love this plant, I love these types of blooms. When Hannah comes down, she's going to go, "Oh no, you haven't got another one of them, have you?" Because she's not so keen. However, this Cymbidium, tiger tail, these are stunning blooms, and we've got loads more to come here. The spikes go right up the back there, and it's going to be good. This one's going over now, Pumilio. I cut a spike off this morning because it was finishing, so we've got 1 spike left, so that won't be too long. And then this is going to open soon, I would hope, but I'd suggest, I'm getting used to how long it takes to actually get the buds to swell to full size and then actually open. So we could be a week or even 2 weeks away from that, who knows. But what we have got is Jamie Red is open up the back here. Now when I water tomorrow, I will bring this to the front of the staging so that I can see it. And I can distinctly say that those colours are richer. I won't say the blooms are bigger, they could be, but those colours are much richer than when I bought it. So I'm reasonably certain that this bloom type fertiliser that I've been using is actually working. It may not work on all plants, but it certainly seems to have had an effect on this one. That colour is lovely. So that's that one. Oh, and then we've got the one that was bought in bloom that wasn't, is finally getting there. Not yet there, but getting there. So in a few days' time, possibly if I can do a Sunday chat this week, with Hannah down, that doesn't always happen, but we've got 2 opening, yeah, and others will follow. Look over here, this is just starting to move as well. So we should have some of these almost black Calinite blooms to look at soon. I would say in a week we'll have a good number of blooms wide open, but it can take that long. They're just starting to split now, and this is the most advanced. So yeah, having watered everything today, I then poured myself a glass of wine, encouraged Mojo to follow me, and we went and sat on the bench, and I had my lunch and a glass of wine, sat on the bench with Mojo, and that's what doing the garden is all about. Because for the first few years I was here, every time I went out in the garden I saw jobs, and I couldn't settle, I couldn't relax, whereas now I can. If I'd had a comfy cushion out there, I could have fallen asleep in the sunshine. Sun's gone in now, it comes and goes, but yeah, so Mojo and I had a nice, well, heading up towards an hour I suppose, sat on the bench, and yeah, and when I came in he followed me in, and he's asleep on his blanket now. So anyway, so that's what's been going on. That's why there haven't been too many orchid videos. And tomorrow, as I said, I've got Cymbidiums and the Deisas to sort out. That will take up an amount of the morning. So I probably won't end up filming anything tomorrow. Saturday, we've got our trip to Mathers. I will be filming at Mathers. I will get lots of video clips at that event, but they won't get posted. And then Sunday, I may replace the Sunday chat with some of the clips from the Mathers Foundation. I'll see how I feel. Because it's difficult for me to do a nice long Sunday chat that I know a lot of you enjoy when Hannah's down. It's a bit rude, really, from my point of view, to actually shut myself in here, waffle away talking to the camera while Hannah's twiddling her thumbs with nothing to do. And we probably will want to do a little bit of gardening on Sunday. It's not a plan, it's a thought. It'll depend on weather and how we feel. But we might do a few gardening chores, because I like working in the garden together. I like doing it with Hannah because it's nicer having somebody to chat to while you're out there working rather than just doing it on your own. So that may happen, I don't know. And then obviously as we get into next week, well, next week's just another week. I don't know what will be happening that far ahead. I don't plan that far ahead. So anyway, that's what's sort of going on, and that's the sort of immediate plans. And as I said, we've got some, I mean, this keeps getting forgotten despite the fact it's been open some time. These are gorgeous blooms. And I'm quite happy with most of my cymbidiums. I'm probably happy with all of them, actually. I mean, this is a gorgeous white with the delicate touch of pink at the base of the sepals and petals. Yeah. And again, this one, the ice flow, lovely touches of pink. And this one is a lovely colour. So I'm pleased with the way the cymbidiums are doing. It was a bit of a challenge to take them on because of their size, but having done it, I'm quite prepared to put myself out to look after them. I mean, it's a bit of a chore. When these are all outside, watering them becomes a big deal because they have to be strapped onto the staging, they have to be wired on, or the wind just blows them over. That can totally ruin a plant. So they have to be wired on, so they've got to be watered where they are. Now obviously I can't afford to have enough water to just throw the water through the pot straight onto the ground, so I have to put a bowl, one of these, underneath each plant, and then I pour loads of water and feed through the pot and catch it, and then when it's finished dripping I move on to the next one, yeah, and use the water from the bowl like I do in here, but outside. But it's fiddly, yeah? And there's going to be more. There'll be more plants this year. There'll be another staging with cymbidiums on, because they won't all go on here. Not now. I mean, there's others lurking that, are not going to fit on here. They might do, I don't know, I'll have to see. You have to bear in mind these two big geraniums, which are taking up quite a lot of space, they will go outside, and they're going to get potted up in some ceramic, type pots with some weight in them so they don't blow over. So they'll be outside this time round. They were inside last time. They were up in this corner here and bloomed quite happily. Well, this year they're going out because I don't want them in here. So that will leave a bit more space on the staging. And who knows, without the blooms, I might have room for all of the plants on that staging. We shall see. Because there won't be things stuck up on pots to get the dangly bits. I could actually take those pots away now because the longest spike has been cut off. And if you look at that spike, yeah, it doesn't come below the base of the pot. So the pot could now go down on the shelf. But I'm watering tomorrow, so things are going to get rearranged anyway. So we shall see. And that'll do. I know what I'm going to do now. It's what is it now? What's the time? It's just gone 3 o'clock. So it's nowhere near tea time yet, and I haven't got anything else to do today. So I shall probably sit in my chair. Well, once I've done this video, and I shall probably go asleep. Yesterday evening I went to sleep in the chair, and poor old Mojo was outside. And because I shut the conservatory door because I didn't want, the heat from the lounge to disappear, because I was still up, I wasn't in bed, he was out there over an hour, and I was sound asleep in the chair. Now I normally go to bed about 9:15, 9 o'clock. It was gone 9:30 when I woke up, and Mojo was stuck outside. So that's how tired I was. You know, to go to sleep to that extent in the chair is not normal. So as I said, the energy levels are lower than they would normally be, and I think that's a direct result of the medication. So I've just got to live with it. You know, it's got to be there, and I've just got to work around it and deal with it. So anyway, before this falls off and we don't see it again for another year, I'll see you next time. Thanks for dropping by.